today's meditation. Um, Good morning to you all. My name is Karan Tiwari, and I'm joining from Pittsburgh today, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Hi there, Jamie. Would you like to unmute yourself? I'd love to know a little bit about you as well. I mean, we would all love to know a little bit about.
Good morning. How are you?
Very good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. I'm happy to be here today.
That's great. Where are you joining us from?
I'm from Southern California, Santa Monica.
Oh, wow. Never been that side, but always heard about it. So that's great.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's beautiful. It's nice.
so you are joining us early in the morning.
Yes, 6:45.
Great. That's a very good time to meditate, actually.
It's my
Um,
favorite time. I love early morning meditation.
yeah. So how long have you been introduced to Sahaj Yoga meditation?
I have been doing this for over maybe about a year now.
It's amazing. How's
Yeah.
it been so far?
I'm sorry.
Been your experience? How's been it? How has the experience been so far for you?
It's been really amazing. I've really enjoyed it. When I started my journey, I didn't really know where to go or what to be doing, and I found this course online, and I immediately felt like I was in the right place, and I fell in love with it, and I've continued doing and practicing, and I look forward to every Sunday's meditation course.
That's great. That's great to know. I have recently actually started joining these sessions, and they're wonderful. Actually, we explore many different techniques of clearing ourselves, but also we, connect ourselves to our sastrar by listening to Shamaji's talk in detail as well many times, and I always find that very enjoyable. It takes me into that state of meditation. Yeah, that's great to
Yeah,
know.
yeah, it's beautiful. It's been really, really nice. I've enjoyed it very much.
That's great. And I think Mitesh, you're directing today's session. Am I right?
Hello, Karan. Yes, I'll put my video on.
Sure, that'd be great actually. Hey
Hello, welcome
Mitesh.
everyone. Hello, hi. Nice
Hi,
to meet you. Hi,
nice to meet
Jamie.
you. Hi.
Hi, Karan. Yes, I couldn't help but smile when I was listening to your experiences so far. It felt really heartwarming to listen to. Um, in your free will, you're kind of enjoying this, and yeah, it's one thing about Sahaj is that you do it in your complete freedom and you're
Yeah,
choosing to, wake up extra early and to enjoy this.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
those people that I feel that aren't very serious about it wouldn't even take the extra step to sort of go and wake up at 5 or 6 and do an online Zoom meeting like this.
Oh,
Um, so I feel like you're someone quite special or dedicated to this. So that's really nice to see.
oh my
Absolutely.
goodness. I'm just so happy you guys are here. I would wake up at 3 in the morning. It doesn't
Oh my
matter.
gosh.
I mean, whatever. It's no big deal.
It's
That's
brilliant.
great.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
I'm from the UK, so it's around about 2:45 here. So
All
it's
right.
a nice time of the day, kind of a bit more relaxed. It's not so frenetic as it would be in the morning, or not too late in the evening that you're thinking about tomorrow. It's kind of smack bang in the middle of the day.
It looks like you're getting some good sun there today.
Well, it's a bit deceiving, I think. It's a bit cloudy. Um, but we've got plenty of greenery and it is still around 2:30ish, so it's fairly okay. Um, but yeah, I would want more sun if I could.
Who
I
doesn't?
hear you.
Hey,
So
have a few others as well joining in. Joanna, Patty, Mira, would you like to also turn on your cameras just for a little bit before we get into the session? Is that okay, Mitesh? Or are you planning to start very soon?
No. I'm happy to follow the flow that you normally have. So I'm happy to see who the people are, where they're coming from.
Yeah. Why don't we turn on our cameras, everyone? Patty, Yannick, Shraddha. Hey, Patty, how are you doing?
Hi. Good. Nice to see everybody.
You.
Let me see if I can. Okay. Yeah, I have.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How pretty.
Yeah,
Oh, it's beautiful.
Wow.
thank you. I go I try to get flowers from outside and then it's not all the sun already burned all the flowers.
Oh, no.
So that's the only thing missing from mother's altar.
That's nice. Patty, you should actually, I don't know if you're on the group, and if you'd like to, you should share this picture of Shrimataji's altar, the beautiful altar you got. We'd love to enjoy it on the WhatsApp group as well.
Oh, sure. I will send a picture. But I want to put some flowers because missing the flowers.
Yeah, find the flowers. Great. So how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. Thank you, everybody. Happy to see familiar faces.
That's great. And we also have Shraddha. Hi, Shraddha.
Hi, my name is Shraddha, and I'm from Norway. I'm living in Norway, Oslo. Yeah.
Wow, we have people from all over today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, wow, that's amazing. So how are you doing, Shraddha? Have you been also meditating for very long, or
Yeah, I got my realization in 2019,
that's
and
great.
seriously, I started working from 2020. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
So it's been a great journey, and spiritually, personally, it's really helped it for me. And I can't live without Sahaj Yoga, and it's so beautiful, actually. Yeah.
That's great.
And from where you are, Karan?
I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, here in the U.S.
Okay. Yeah.
State of Pennsylvania. So it's in the north. It's kind of in the northeast part of United States. Patty, where are you joining us from?
Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Mhm.
It's pretty.
And I think Anuj is from there. Would you happen to know him? Does that sound familiar?
Yes. And at the center, yeah, he go at the center, yeah, yes, yeah. I not go that often to the center, but I try to see consistent. Saturdays are busy days for me, so that is the
Got you.
just Mother Grace Day. I have find a day off and go, but yeah.
Virtual collective here, so at least you get this, right?
Yes, yeah. I'm consistent when Sunday morning because it's really early. It's I don't know. I say mother's blessing is good for me.
Great. It's great. And we have quite a few others join in, Mira, Vijay, and Yannick. If you'd like to turn on your cameras, and or otherwise just tell us a little bit about you as well. I know Yannick, you've been joining for much before me, since much before.
Yes, good morning. Actually, I am flying, so
Where are you going?
the camera is not working. It went on and off, on and off. But I'm doing fine, and it's I'm going overseas now.
Oh, okay. Well, good trip.
Nice to see all of you. Ciao, Srimataji.
Hey, Vijay, Mira, and Barbara. Any one of you would like to also? Hi, Vijay. I think you unmuted. How are you doing?
Hello, good morning, all, or good evening. uh, yeah, I'm Vijay. I'm from Iowa State, um, Marion City in Iowa, and I have been knowing this Sahaj Yoga since actually 2003, but actively I'm doing after this COVID, right, when the online things became popular. So
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of regular. So yeah, I'm still learning. So yeah.
That's great. That's great. Good to know that, Vijay.
Yeah.
And who else is there? Mira and
Hi, this is Mira, and I'm in California, so I'm not going to turn my camera on. It's early here.
yeah, that,
It is
that's
early here.
so Mira, you, we
And it is Sunday.
decided
That's right.
that's amazing again, Mira. You, I mean, everyone joining from that part of US that early, that's really amazing. And you're doing a great deed actually for yourself, joining this early in the morning and meditating. That will give you a great start to
Yeah.
the day.
Well, I find I'm open in a way I'm not other times. Things really get in me deep in the morning, especially when I've just woken up. And yeah, um I didn't plan to wake up this time. I went to bed kind of late and had a big day yesterday. I said, okay, I told myself you can sleep through this one, but no, my body wakes me up right at this time. So here I am.
Yeah, we should thank your body.
Happily.
That's great. And Barbara, did we already speak with you, or would you like to unmute? All right. Hey, Barbara.
Hi, sorry about that. I'm from Pittsburgh.
Oh, you are. That's great. I'm from Pittsburgh as well.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Great to see you here. We should definitely connect outside as well sometime. So, how did you find about meditation, Barbara?
Eventbrite.
Right. All right. So, I'm from the Cranberry Township area here in Pittsburgh.
Ah, I'm
Yeah.
east of Monroeville.
Monroeville, okay, that's a little bit far towards the airport, I guess. All right, yeah, that's great. Um, sure, Barbara, we should definitely connect outside as well if you would like to. We have some meetings here in person. They are not in the Monroeville area. They're a little bit north of Pittsburgh downtown, but if you'd like to, we could definitely connect. I don't know if
Sounds
you
good.
I don't know if we already have your emails. I'll check, but if not, you can always drop your email in the chat, or and we can take it from there.
All right, thank you.
Right, that's great. All right, I guess Mitesh, if I may ask you for another round of like a formal introduction, since you're guiding the meditation, I'll just turn off my camera and you can take over and take us through this beautiful meditation.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Karan. Right. Well, welcome today. Today's meditational class. Before the class started, I was unsure as to what level people are at, what people are doing, if it's a beginner's class, intermediate. But looking at your beautiful sunny faces, I can see that you're already wedded to Sahaj. You already have been meditating, and it's already having a beautiful effect on you. So I don't really have to put a sales pitch on or a marketing pitch, because I feel the proof of the pudding is basically in the way that you're feeling. And the fact that you're committed and you're coming online and you're wanting to enjoy this experience even more makes me feel really happy, makes me feel as if we're meditating upon people, amongst people that are already there spiritually, who are already connected to the Kundalini. A little bit about myself. I'm 46 now, but I started at the age of 17. And I was a teenager, and I happened to come across meditation because I was a seeker. I didn't feel like I fitted in to society for some reason. I wanted to feel better integrated. I wanted to enjoy life. But the way that people, my peers, were enjoying life, like taking to drugs or alcohol or doing various other things, somehow either I didn't have the confidence to do that, or I just felt innately that I wanted to seek a higher form of joy. And so when I came across a picture of Shimadaji in the shop window, back then in 96, internet wasn't a very big thing. And I happened to see a postage stamp of a advert on the shop window. And it said something along the lines of, you can't know the meaning of life until you're connected to the source. Well, that's very interesting. I wonder what that means. And who is the source? And where is the source? So I thought, well, there's only one way for me to find out, and that's to go to the local meeting. So I started the local meetings. It was every Tuesdays. I just passed my driving test. And so I used my newfound freedom not to go to pubs or clubs, but to go to these meditational classes, much to the I don't know, dismay of my parents, who were thinking, well, you're 17, Mitesh, you should be experimenting, going out and doing things that other people your age would like. But I guess I was given the sort of title of, well, he's an old person on a young man's shoulders, or something along those lines. So I always felt that I was slightly older than I was at that age. And perhaps as I'm getting older, I feel I'm actually fitting more into my body now than I did when I was younger. I think I always had that level of maturity. So I'm not swimming against the waves anymore. I'm swimming in the way that I feel comfortable, and I'm much more comfortable in my skin, and I'm much more comfortable with life. And like all of you said, Patty and who was it earlier, Mira, you all said how you can't do without it and you feel many blessings. And that's what I feel. I feel I've got many blessings. If I were to write it down, some of the blessings are so subtle and so personal that it probably doesn't mean anything to anyone else. But to me, I can see where the slight maneuvering has happened and where the slight changes have happened, which has then led onto something bigger and better. And because we meditate, we introspect, we can see how things are changing for us on a very subtle level. And in Sahaj, I found that it's a very subtle journey. It's a very, very fine sword edge. And either you balance beautifully upon that edge, or you can fall left or to the right. And no one's to know. It is your own personal journey. And that's what I like, because you do have room for falling down and rising, getting up. No one really knows, but you know when you're well, you know when you're balanced, you know when you're feeling the vibrations. It's your own individual journey. But the reason why I enjoy coming to these online classes is because in the laws of physics, if you've got many, many waves, they all have a cumulative effect, and that wave is amplified even higher and bigger. And collectively, we enjoy the benefits of that. So it's an individual endeavor, but it's also a collective movement. And that's why I enjoy doing collective things. I now host my own collective meetings in Cambridge, where I live, and I do regular Wednesday meetings there. Then I was a part of the Inner Peace program and the 21 meditation program. And I've done many online collective things in the past. And I feel that we all benefit from it. And yeah, it's a collective movement. Today, we're going to be going a little bit deeper. The structure of today is going to be Once again, raising the Kundalini, putting ourselves into a bandhan. Then I'm going to show you some techniques about the left channel, and then at the end about the right channel. I'm sure all of you know a little bit about the left side and the right side and how we can improve it. I hope also you've done a little bit of foot soaking beforehand. Maybe those who've woken up really early, they probably didn't get a chance to. But in Sahaj, it really does make a difference. It's almost like clearing your slate. You've got lots and lots of writings on the wall from the day before, the week before. And by foot soaking, you just completely clean the slate clean, and you can start with a very still mind, and you can absorb and enjoy the subtleties of the meditations better. In Sahaj, the one thing that's really important is that we don't pay any money for it. I'm not locking you into a 12-week course, and I'm not saying that you have to pay us £300 for it. I'm saying that in your own free will, using your own elements, which are in your own homes and households, you can actually ascend. And the key thing here is ascent. When you ascend, you can really enjoy the subtleties of life and also give other people that joy. So we'll begin now by closing our eyes, raising our Kundalini, and whilst doing so, we'll listen to some shlokas, some mantras to help with our attention as a Kundalini flows. So let's start. Then we'll do a bandhan. So I'm going to tilt my camera lower down so you can see how I've set up the 3-candle treatment. So I have one in front of me, one to the side, which I'll be using, and one at the back. If you have the chance and the opportunity and the availability and the resources, I would like you to get a candle so that you can do this exercise with me. So my first candle is in the front, and the last candle's behind me. And this candle here will go up and down my left channel. So it's up and down the left channel. The best way to do it is up to the left shoulder, cross over at the Agya Chakra, move over to the right temple, and to the back. Now I know this is probably repetition for many of you, but it's still very effective. When I do this, I normally do it on the floor, sitting down, but to try and get that camera angle was a bit difficult. So be rest assured, I can feel the heat from the back, the heat from the front, and the heat along the left side, actively moving up and down my left channel. Once you've done it up and down the left side a few times, you can stop it at various places. And if you have a photograph of Mother in front of you, when you stop it at the Agya, you can look at Mother's bindi, the red spot on the forehead, and that clears the Agya Chakra. For me, this is particularly important because I'm an optometrist. I look into people's eyes every single day. And if I don't clear my Agya Chakra, then over time, this chakra can become a little heavy. The other thing about the Agya Chakra is that Cambridge, which is where I live, is the Agya Chakra of England. The whole of England is the ego, the Agya of England. So it's a beautiful coincidence that I'm also looking into people's eyes. What I also like to do is a rainbow arc, a horseshoe arc. Then I'd like you to do the arc along all of the chakras along the left side. I'm assuming that you do know where the chakras are. You do know the positions of them. So we'll start with the left lowest side, where the body meets the leg. And you can do an arc, rainbow arc, up, yeah, or you can just place it there. then we move to the left side, just above the hips. And we do the same thing here. Sometimes when you're doing this, you can see black smoke coming out of the flames, sometimes spitting, sometimes flickering. These are all good signs. Then move over to the stomach and do a large sweeping circle. Around the void. This technique is very, very good, especially in the winter when there's lack of light, lack of sunshine. It gives you that natural boost like coffee does. It enlightens the dark side, the left side in you. Now, move it to the heart. This is the seat of our spirit. Here, if you don't have a candle and you're still wanting to be a part of this workshop here, you may just wish to put your hand on your heart and say, Mother, I am the pure spirit. They say England is the heart of the universe, just as America is the land of communication. It's the Vishuddhi of the entire world. England is the heart of the universe. And on a very subtle level, whatever happens in England permeates, but it needs the support of America and vice versa, because America is the land of communication. Through communication, everything spreads. And now move it to the center heart, the central part of your chest. I hope you've all been doing candling. I hope you all read yesterday's memo to bring candles to this workshop here today. And now we move to the left shoulder, which is the left Vishuddhi. Remember, even if you don't have your candles, try to remember these techniques and do it in your own time. I once met Shimadaji, and she told me to do the 3-candle treatment at that time. That was in 2001. As people who practice Sahaj, there are a few fundamentals we have to observe. Living a life of moderation, not going into extremes. Trying to have a simple life. Trying not to get too entangled. Not to feel guilty. To be completely satisfied. To have a pure desire. To grow. The reason why Sahaj works is because for thousands and thousands of years, people may have had the desire to grow, but they either went into the left side or the right side. They couldn't maintain it in the center. And the only reason why Sahaj works is thanks to Shimadaji, who has awakened the Kundalini and allows us to go in the center. We've known people who've sat in a room for 25 years thinking, I know what, I'll isolate myself from the world, then I've got no other distractions, and I can concentrate on God. I can concentrate on my spirit. But ultimately, they've ended up going into the left side because your Kundalini is not awakened, and there's only 2 avenues, the door that leads to the left or the door that leads to the right. But the central channel has only been open en masse since 1970. Don't get me wrong, those people that went to the left or to the right were not punished. They just didn't achieve their end goal. Then through periods and years of self-cleansing, their Kundalini has been awakened in this lifetime, and they're able to achieve what they wanted to previously. Now, we've done the Agya Chakra. Let's move on to the right Agya. This is the seat of our past, the past. Now, putting the candle down, you could keep your left hand palm upwards on your lap, the right hand down towards the ground. And just say these few affirmations to yourself. Mother, who is your own self, Kundalini inside you. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Just say it 3 or 4 times. Now, Mother, I am not guilty for anything at all. Just say it the once, but really mean it. Just say it without thinking about anything at all. I've just come back from Amsterdam, and we went to see the tulip fields there. And each and every one of those tulips were in full bloom. That's why we'd gone all the way from England to see them. There may have been 1 or 2 that were wilted, but in that vast collective expanse of flower fields, all of them, the majority of them, were in full bloom. We as human beings need to give ourselves the opportunity to be in full bloom. the things that wilt us, the things that cause us to lose our shine and radiance, is those emotional, mental things. I say to myself, Mitesh, I'm not the finished article. I'm on this earth to grow and ascend. And sure, make mistakes, of course. But just as birds know where due south is through an innate magnet in them, and they fly all the way from Siberia to a hot country in one collective mass, we should also know where the source of this connection is. Just as I read on that postcard in 1996, in that shop window. We have to know where it is that we get our nourishment from. And along the way, we may trip, fall, hurt. But it's really important to remember to affirm these affirmations. Mother, I am not guilty at all for anything at all. Again, Mother, I am the pure spirit. Now, put your hand on the top of your head. Mother, I wish to grow. I wish to ascend. Please establish my self-realization. You should start to feel some cool breeze on your hands, especially the left hand. After heating it up, it's funny, but you should start to feel cool. In a bit, in a second, we're going to be listening to a lecture given by Shrimati on the willpower and the will, the pure desire. I don't know whether the collective here, the people that I'm addressing, are aware of the different dimensions within us, where these dimensions come from, and whether the word God or all-pervading spirit or complete connection is acceptable to your ears or not. But I hope in this journey so far, you've learned to trust what we're saying is the truth in your own journey. And I hope this next 10, 15 minutes of Mother's lecture will give you further insight into how we can get more vibrations, please the deities or the chakras inside of us, and ascend even more. So if Meena, if you can put a lecture on of Shrimati, and we should keep to that stillness on top of our head.
Also, these organized religions, these monotheistic organized religions, started taking to course of gaining power or gaining money, because they thought that's the only way you can control people and can go on. They were least bothered as to deliver the goods, whatever have been described in the Bible. Bible, of course, was tempered very much and has been a lot of changes in that. And a person like Paul and Peter, who joined together, tried to spoil most of the truth. Though Quran was not so much touched, but still is dealt more with the right side, with the reproduction system and all those things. And so many things are still ambiguous. Now, simultaneously, two things have happened. I don't know if you are aware of it or not. First thing that has happened is that now we have a new science of microbiology, in which we have discovered that every cell has got a DNA tape. Every cell has got a program in it. As we have in a computer a chip, every cell has got a tape in it, in a way that it is programmed. And according to that program, the development takes place. Now imagine the intricacy of the whole thing. So many computers are already programmed, and all these cells have these in them. So a very mysterious sort of thing has come up before the scientists, and they cannot explain it. They cannot explain many things. But one of them is this. Now, what Sahaja Yoga has done, that it has proved that it is the will of God, it is the desire of God, the will of God, which is doing all the work. And it has been proved. All this Chaitanya, Adi Shakti is nothing but the will of God. And will of God is the one is working out everything very harmoniously. I don't know if some of you must have read my book, first book, where I have described how this earth was created. There was a bang, but it was very harmonious. And how it developed is through the will of God. So everything was done in a way that God's will was working. Now the will of God you are feeling on your fingertips. After realization now, you have discovered the absolute science, which is the will of God, which is an absolute science. You people know that we have cured people through Sahaja Yoga. You also know giving bandhan and all that things work out. So many things work out automatically after realization that people don't want to believe. In the beginning, people would not believe when the scientists told them something. But now it is, you can see the science is always in the flux, all the time changing. One theory is again challenged, another theory is again challenged. But Sahaja Yoga has exposed you to that great truth of science which cannot be challenged, which is all there. So anybody who comes out with any new proposal about defaming God or saying that there is no God, we can prove. Not that there is God, but everything, the creation of this earth, the creation of human beings and everything was done harmoniously by the will of God. If will of God has done everything, the human beings should not take any credit for discovering some things which are created by God. Supposing this carpet is made by somebody and we start discovering all the colors, what is so great? It is all there. You cannot create. So it is not the creation part of it so much important, but the fashioning of this world, whole thing, was done by the will of God. Now, if the will of God is so important, it has to be proved. And now through Sahaja Yoga, after the breaking of the Sahasrara, you have now for the first time felt the will of God, which is such an important thing. But for us, it is come to us so sahaj that we don't understand. We just give the bandhan and the things work out. And we feel that the things have worked out. So it is bandhan which has worked out, and we have managed everything. It's not so. It's much more than that. We have now become part and parcel of that big computer, of that will of God. We have become the medium, or we can say the channels of that will of God. We are connected with that will of God which created all this universe. So everything we can manage because we have got the absolute science in our hand. The absolute science which will work out the betterment of the whole world. We can prove it to the scientist that there is a will of God which has done all this creation. Even evolutionary process is the will of God. Without His will, nothing could have happened. So many people used to say that not even a blade of grass moves without the will of God, which is a very true thing. And you have seen now that the will of God we have got as our own power. We can use it. So how important it is to be a Sahaja-yogi. Perhaps we don't realize how important it is to be a Sahaja-yogi. Sahaja-yoga is not only for saying, Mother, I am full of joy, I am enjoying myself, I got purified, everything is fine. But for what? Why did you get all these blessings? Why you have been cleansed? So that this knowledge of will of God should be apparent in you. Not only that, should be a part and parcel of you. So we have to raise our level. We have to come up. For mediocre and ordinary people, it is really useless to give them Sahaja Yoga because they are good for nothing. They are not going to help us in any way because what is needed is now today that we should have people who can really manifest and reflect the will of God. And for that you can understand we have to have very strong people because this will has created this whole universe, the cosmos, this Mother Earth. Everything is created by this will of God. So now we are exposed to a new dimension, and that dimension is that we are ones who are channels of that will of God. So then, what is our duty? And what should we do about it? So the omnipotent God who is everywhere, who has done all this, the will of God that has worked it out, has to work through you people. And you have to be very strong, very sensible, very wise, also very effective people. The more effective you become, the more energy you will get. But still I feel that the Sahaja-yogis are more not taking the responsibility of understanding that they have to represent this God Almighty who is omnipresent, omniscient, who knows everything, who sees everything, and who is potent, means almighty. if you understand that this is what has happened after opening the Sahasrara, that you have now got the power which has these three qualities in it. Say now this big thing has to be supported by a strong pillars. But supposing if they are not strong, it will fall down. In the same way, such a great power which has come to you. For that we don't need very successful people. We don't need people who have a big name or those who have lots of money. What we need, people of character, people of understanding, of wisdom, and of strength, that whatever may come, I will stand by it. I will take to it. I'll cope with it. I'll change myself and improve myself. So now illusion has been dispelled. I hope you all have got rid of your illusions. Also, you should have no illusions about yourself. If you have any illusions, you should leave such. But know that you are chosen for this purpose by God's will. That's why you are here. And you have to take it up, the responsibility of understanding this science, which is absolute, and working it out yourself, for yourself as well as for others. You have felt my love. But your love must be felt, because God is love. So your love must be felt by others. Others must feel that you are compassionate, loving, understanding. That's all the time. This will of God is flowing through you. And you have to work it out in such a manner that people should know that you are a saint, that this power is flowing through you. So now, as you are today here, so many people, I'm really enamored to see so many people out there. And we have done so much of our growth and grown out of all those nonsensical things that we were following. But today, we have to take a vow that I'll now fashion my life according to the will of God. Absolutely. And dedicate myself to that. No family, no other considerations, just forget it. Nothing so important. Everything can be looked after by the will of God. So if you just try to follow the will of God, your children will looked after, everything will be looked after. You don't have to worry for anything. And that works. Just try to understand that you have problems because you don't want to give those problems to God. You want to keep it to themselves. That's why you have problems. If you decide that no, I just want to give these problems to the God's will, finished. Also there are some who want to say that we are not so capable, whether we can't do it. Saying like this also is stupid. You test yourself. See for yourself. So first of all, one has to understand, why do we say such a thing? Maybe that we are very money oriented, that we want to have money to ourselves or something like that. Or some people are there who talk of business also in surgery. There must be something like a money orientation or some sort of a material attachment that they say that we are not capable, we cannot change. The second could be this mamatva, as they call it, the attachment to your family, children, this, that. Or this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. This could be the second reason, that you think that you are not bold enough or you are not strong enough to do such. Thirdly, could be that you are still playing with your old habits and that you are enjoying your life without virtues. There can be some reason like that. So just try to locate, why am I behaving like this? Why am I not getting into the same beautiful path of my ascent as everybody has got it. If we introspect, we'll find out that there's something wrong with me that I think I'm not capable of doing. You are capable of doing everything. You just try this and enjoy it. So, most important thing now remains is that you should become a proper, strong, compassionate vehicle of God's will. So, then what is most important? Of course, I agree that you do my puja because that helps you a lot, no doubt. But other things are not important. So many other things you people tell me is not of importance. Main thing is that you should all ascend higher and higher and compete with each other in getting into higher situation. As it is, I think in such a short time we have achieved a lot, no doubt. But still we have to speed up and work it out. I am sure that this new science, or we can say which is the absolute science, will one day outshadow the other science and tell people that this is what it is in your hands, you work it out. So today is the day we celebrate by which we have opened absolutely a new dimension, absolutely a venue of great divinity, of the proofs of divine. And this is something so great that we can really finish all the illusions they have about themselves, about their ego. We can manage that. That power you all have. May God bless you.
So I hope you found that talk interesting. How through our pure attention, our pure willpower, and through the Kundalini awakening, even subtlest of things can be fixed in our life. Now, on that thought, I'd like you all to pick up the ice pack and place it, as I have done so, on the right side of your stomach, because that's the seat of your attention, and that will calm down your thoughts. Forgive me if it's so early in the morning in America, you might not feel like putting an ice pack on. But this forms the second part of our treatments today. For the right side, we have to put an ice pack on the liver. We place our right hand palm upwards on our lap, and the left hand becomes like a chimney, and we lift it upwards like this. I'll give you a few moments to get your ice pack, to do your balancing like this. And we'll play a couple of bhajans just to help us go thoughtless. Is Brahma Sholila going to play it? Nina?
Yes, Bhaiya.
So we'll listen to that for a few moments. If you stopped balancing your right side, you may also wish to then put your hand over the liver with or without the ice pack. And that also strengthens your liver, helps your liver. When I first came to Sahaj, someone said to me that we're all seekers of truth. We're all seekers, whether we're seekers of truth, power, love, affection, money, popularity. We're all seekers of truth, or seekers. But the ones that are seekers of truth, perhaps through previous experiences, through previous lives, they have experienced the downfalls of seeking things that are a little bit more superficial. Don't get me wrong, seeking money, seeking stability is not a bad thing. But ultimately, we seek the truth so that we can seek peace. And we try to seek peace in the wrong things, like socially being acceptable and integrated, so we drink. The nicotine in smoking helps us to feel more relaxed. All of these things lead to us feeling peaceful. But the true peacefulness comes from meditating and going deeper within yourself. Once I realized how I can achieve peace through pleasing the deities, through pleasing the chakras, through cleansing the chakras, doing the techniques and the treatments that help the chakras, I myself started to feel so peaceful. I didn't need stimulants or relaxants or anything superficial to get me to that point. So Sahaj has been really, really useful to me. It's helped me in every part of my life. And through Mother's lectures, I've learned the deeper essence of how to improve that. What small things you can do to make your life better. And that's what I want for all of you, to learn the techniques and suddenly be showered with so many blessings that you don't know which way to look. You almost feel as if, gosh, I wish others can have what I have, which is partly the reason why it's a collective thing. Because collectively, we all want to help each other. We feel good. We get a dopamine release. But in our case, we also get a stronger kundalini by sharing the truth, sharing the love. So before we close the session, I would like to invite anyone to ask me any questions about their experiences, what they felt or what they haven't felt, or if there's anything about this particular meeting that they wanted more help on. So I'm all ears. Please let me know. Do we have any questions?
Mother said that to focus on doing the will of God and everything else will be taken care of. Did I misinterpret that?
That is true. That is exactly what she said in the lecture. Yes.
What is the will of God?
It's a good question. So in accordance to Sahaj, the will of God is to transform yourself from a superficial being to someone who is deep. And to become deep means to clear your chakras and let the connection flow through you so that when you speak, you're speaking in oneness with the divine. When you open your mouth, it is good for the other person. It heals the other person. You're able to imbibe joy and love, and also give love and joy to others, just like one enlightened candle can lighten another. And the real purpose of life is to emit peace and joy to yourself and to your surroundings. And you become a beautiful instrument of that. That's the will of God.
That is perfect and beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you,
My
Patty.
problem is I'm not a superficial person. I do everything for everybody, and things just always do not turn out right. Ever.
Yeah. Is this Patty I'm talking to? No, who am I
No,
talking? Who am I
Barb.
talking? Barbara. Barbara. Yeah, I hear you. I understand, Barbara. Do you know, by you wanting to help everyone to the nth degree tells me a lot about you. As a genuine human being that you are, you're putting yourself out there to help other people. But in Sahaj, and even myself included in this, I never go to the nth degree. I don't give so much of myself without any balance that I've got nothing left for myself or my nearest and dearest people. I only give as much as the cup is full. But an aspect of this is, do you know when your left side is not clear or your left side isn't strong, you don't have the right brakes to apply. When I was very timid, very shy, very unsure of life, always wanting to give everyone the benefit of the doubt, I could see people were taking advantage of me. And the mistake in my part, I didn't have enough self-esteem to stop or to say no. And the second thing I didn't have is knowing that it's okay to say no and to fill your cup up before you start filling other people's.
I understand that concept. Thank you.
Yeah. And what I want to say to you, Barbara, is, you know, in Sahaj, we have a technique called raising your Kundalini and putting
Yeah.
yourself into a bandhan. And that you should do very regularly because it provides you a physical, spiritual protection against another person. You know, there's a big misconception that if you are a spiritual person or if you are a good person, that means you should just stand in the front like a soldier and allow yourself to be abused and slapped on the other cheek, as Christ has said, and just go allowing other people to slap you. There is no need for that. There is a need to have self-love and self-respect for yourself, that you won't allow people to slap you. And you won't allow people to say, yes, carry on doing these things for me. I don't know your circumstance very well, but I would like for you to exercise the right to say no, not because you're cruel, because you want to give yourself a bit of time to heal and absorb the positive vibrations from Sahaj.
Thank you. I will continue with my practices. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Barbara.
And Barbara, not to interrupt the flow, Barbara, if you'd like, you can feel free to share your email with me. We also have a group going on here in Pittsburgh for collective meditations. We would love to get connected and stay in touch with you. So feel free to drop your email so I can get you added to the list, and I'll make a reach out. And we have our Wednesday onlines as well as in persons at different libraries here. So feel free to do that. Mitesh, it was really beautiful. I really enjoyed your meditations. I don't know if you already write something, but if I hope that you do. You speak the like an enlightened poet. So it comes across as that you absolutely speak from experience, all by Shri Mataji's grace, as we know that. But if you haven't written something, if you have written something, I'd love to read it. But if you haven't, I'd definitely urge you to write something.
Okay. No, when I was younger, I loved poetry, and I liked portrait paintings, and I liked languages. But I'm being very honest here. My parents were economic migrants, and I had a brown skin. They said that you are in England, you have to prove yourself to be above and better than the average. So in this lifetime of yours, Mitesh, it won't work out that you be a poet or you do philosophy or philanthropic work or artwork. So then obviously I had to change course, and I became a scientist and an optometrist and a doctor. But in my spare time, I still like talking to people. I still like doing this types of stuff because it gives me the balance, from the practical to the thing that nurtures my soul.
We definitely feel it across your Swadhisthana is very well. Like we can feel the qualities of it. So that's
Thank you. Very kind of you to say so, Karan.
really
Thank you.
enjoyed.
So should we finish the meditation with raising the Kundalini, putting ourselves into Bandhan, and then we'll also listen to the three Mahamantras at the end of that.
Thank you, Mitesh. That was absolutely, I'm so proud of you for your great achievement, especially in England.
Oh, thank you. Who am I speaking to?
This is Yannick.
Oh, Yannick. Hi.
Hi.
How are you, Yannick? Good. Where are you from?
I was born in Haiti, but I live in San Diego for the past 50 years.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm traveling, and I have to go. I cannot go home now because of the turbulence with all the gangs destroying island. Yes. So we're forming a group to see what we can do, but it's very difficult. Complete destruction. But I just pray to Mother to deliver this little island, to bring peace. It's not gonna happen now, but with the help, with all our help, we can do it.
Yes,
but I'm so proud of you, and I thank you. It was a beautiful meditation, very profound. A lot of coolness. Thank you again.
Oh,
I wish
thank you so much, Yannick. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, Josh Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji. So let's raise our Kundalini, put ourselves into a bandhan. So Meena, if we can have the three Mahamantras to finish the meditation.
साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीकल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीकल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ
Thanks, Mitesh. Thanks again. Do you have anything? You want to say anything to conclude?
So thank you everyone for giving me the opportunity to come online today and enjoy a collective meditation. I hope I get the opportunity to do this again. I loved interacting with all of you and meeting new people. So if ever there's an opportunity, I'll be more than happy to come back online. Thank you.
We love to see you again, Mitesh. Thanks everyone for joining. Jamie, Patty, Yannick, Meera, Shraddha, Ajay, Barbara, and if I missed anyone, thank you everyone for joining. And also Meena, thank you for conducting this session so beautifully. Thanks a lot. Have a wonderful Sunday and see you next week.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Have a beautiful day, everyone.
Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maya. Such a wonderful meditation. Thank you.
Thank you, Meena. Thank you for supporting. Thank you so much.
Yeah.